children of the night. What music they make. They're all gonna laugh at you.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What's up?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash you a bit.
Ho, 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 finalists. Welcome to the show. It's time for our holiday edition of Final Guys. And with me are my workshop full of elves, Jason, Hunter, and Timmy. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Hi, how are you?
I like how you start the show with a giant sigh.
I know. Setting the tone for the episode, clearly.
Bring the energy. That's what I learned in communications.
I like the NPR kind of feel too.
Oh, we're going to do sweaty balls all night.
Sweaty balls. All right. So to celebrate Christmas and all the other holidays under the umbrella, we're going to review Fatman, which is a interesting movie with Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins. So we'll get to that a little later. Anything to report before we dive in?
I think we're just celebrating Christmas, basically, because none of the other holidays have anything to do with this. So what? We're putting the mass back in Christmas. We're putting the Mel Gibson's violence back into movies. That's really this.
Yeah. I really don't think I have any news. Everybody go get your goddamn Final Guys shirt at finalguys.com. They're sweet.
Yeah. It's too late to get it for Christmas, but that's all right. It's a good New Year's gift.
Kick off the new year right.
There you go. And I have drinking words too, but that's all I got.
All right. What's the drinking words?
Well, Jack, your words are plumbers, elf, and wife. Hunter, yours are Mel, reindeer, and kid.
Did it already?
Mine are stupid, assassin, and coal. Stupid. Okay. And cougar bait, yours are military sleigh contract. And the bonus words are Christmas, cookie, and Gibson.
All right. We got drinks already flowing.
Oh, I shared it. Yeah,
Spike
I got
that eggnog.
Eggnog?
Spike that eggnog.
I have 2 Imperial IPAs rocking tonight, so we'll see what happens.
I also have an Imperial IPA.
Yours has a cooler name than mine, Drinking Crayons.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it. I have white wine. I'm elevating everything here. This is elevated horror right here when you pull out the wine.
Is your pinky up? It doesn't look like it's up.
Needs to be.
Oh, brother.
I have a mystery substance in this bottle.
You drinking your pee again?
Yeah, that sounds weird, man.
It's reanimator juice.
It's special bukkake flavor.
All right, before we get into what we watched, let me go. I just got a couple of news items because there wasn't a whole lot going on. But it turns out that there are talks going on right now for David Gordon Green, who I don't know if he directed the Halloween movie, the recent Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
Blumhouse is looking to reboot The Exorcist.
Oh, Jesus.
I heard that was refuted online by.
But
Freedom.
now they're saying it's not going to be so much a reboot as a sequel.
Haven't we had those?
Well, there was a TV series. There was a couple of. Listen, the property's name is too valuable for them to not.
They should remake Exorcist 2, shot for shot. That's a brilliant film.
With Vince Vaughn.
With puppets.
It's like the Melissa McCarthy movie with the puppets.
Yeah. Boy,
Timid by the Steelbook.
He's got it on pre-order right now.
Yep. William Friedkin would not be involved in this project, though. He's
Thank Christ.
Good
The
Lord.
power of Christ compelled him to stay away.
Didn't somebody here watch the Exorcist TV show that happened a couple of years ago?
I did. I watched the first season. I thought it was actually pretty decent.
I watched most of the first season. I thought it was good too. I don't know why I didn't finish it.
You should, man. The ending is the best part because it ties everything together.
Oh, like the rug in the Big Lebowski?
Yes, it really ties the room together.
don't even think I remember there being an Exorcist TV show.
Yeah, it ran for 2 seasons, and the second season, I didn't really enjoy. I think I stopped watching it.
It starred Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Out. He was the dad.
Yeah, he was the dad, and what's her face was the mom.
Gina Davis, right?
Yes, yeah, Gina Davis.
I had no clue.
And do you want me to spoil it for you? The
No,
twist?
I will never watch it.
Okay, but there's a cool twist.
I'm gonna watch it, so don't tell us.
I already saw the sequel last week, The Ninth Configuration. So
I watched that too because after you told me to, and that was a fucking weird movie.
wasn't it?
It was so weird.
I'm watching it going, all right, so when does anything tie into The Exorcist here?
Nothing, dude. That was a bizarre movie. I can't believe I watched it.
See, I love the that kind of 70s vibe, so I really dug it. It's just really weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. Welcome, Chad Lutsky. By the way, I finished reading the Neon Owl, and that book is fucking awesome. Chad Lutsky.
Hunter and I are the guests for the next 2 Paleo Cheese podcasts.
Yes. I watched the first episode last night.
The second one's where we talk about the Black Christmas original and latest remake. I hopefully he'll get that up before Christmas, but even if they don't, it was a fun conversation.
I am dying to hear what you guys thought of that remake because
I think you could figure it out.
I still have yet to watch it. I see it on HBO every day. I log on and I want to watch it, but I'm not going to do it.
Listen to our episode and then you'll.
it's high art. I'll tell you.
Chad says that's the episode where they get canceled. Wow. What did you say? I was really deep into those friggin' hard seltzers.
All right. The other piece of news is our friend Felissa Rose has suggested that there could be a new installment of the Sleepaway Camp series.
What?
She was talking. There's nothing concrete here, but she was saying that they're at their 37th anniversary, I think, and she said, "Mark my words, by the 40th, something will be out." And she suggested that possibly it could be a prequel where we learn about their aunt and the 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Felissa Rose would play. Would she play the aunt, or would it be flashbacks? I don't know.
Hot aunt, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, look at the last one that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I do love me some prequels though, so let's keep it going.
You're all about it.
What about the Exorcist prequels? You like those prequels?
Yeah, they were so good, both of them.
Let me tell you, if I had nothing but time in my hands, I would write a prequel to every one of your books and put them out. Under the name Basin Jant.
Oh God. There's already some dude publishing self-help books under my name that I get emails about all the time.
What? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Tell him to send money.
And there's some other dude who publishes my books word for word on Amazon. He just changes the cover a little bit.
What?
Like he even uses the same cover. He just changes the colors and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it happens to me constantly.
That sounds awful.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He takes my free ones and puts them on paid, and some of them had reviews. I'm like, son of a bitch, somebody's buying these.
Watch, he's retired from all the money he's made.
God damn it!
Wow, that's bigger news than anything I had.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, asshole, whoever you are. We're all going to visit you when coronavirus is over and say a little something what we think what you're doing, buddy.
Yep.
Get ready.
So that's all the news I got. So why don't we jump right into what we watched this week?
We have such sights to show you.
All right.
Sheridan Bradford saying, "I pity the moron who steals my work." It's killing me.
I told him same.
Oh my God. We want that second book, Sheridan. Get it out.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
He's going the George R.R. Martin route. Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll go. It's a Christmas episode, right? This is Christmas, right? We're all wearing red.
The last time we checked, yes, it's
I
Christmas.
got my reindeers.
Jurassic Park.
A lot of humping going on.
Mhm.
Home Alone.
Merry
Standard
Christmas, you filthy animal.
flannel shirt. I watched, and I think you guys saw this, Red Christmas.
Oh yeah, D. Wallace, right?
Yes.
I
You
haven't
never
seen
saw
it.
this, Jason?
I haven't seen it.
Oh
Me
god.
So it's on Shudder. It's in their holiday section. I saw this a couple of years ago. I was like, why are people talking about this movie? I think it's Australian. I think it's set in Australia. There's some Australian people and Dee Wallace.
Mm.
So she's having her family over for Christmas dinner. And of course, it's a fucked up family. I assume there were some adopted people in it. I think. Let me track back. It starts with an abortion clinic bombing, so
Yes.
that gets you in the Christmas mood right there.
Of
So,
course.
Yeah.
you're feeling it warm the cockles of your heart.
It's what I think of when I think Christmas.
Yeah, I think, I should bomb an abortion clinic for Jesus.
Yeah.
Part of the right wing conspiracy.
Thank God. I'm so tired of the left wing conspiracies. We need some right wings. So there is a couple of a sister who is kind of like doing kind of well with. She's married to a preacher. Then there's the pregnant sister who's married to some like outback dude who probably likes to just drill Fosters and bang his wife.
With Paul Hogan.
Exactly.
Okay. He should almost be an angel by now.
Really? He just had a new movie, another Crocodile Dundee movie come out, by the way.
Yeah.
What?
I
Terrible.
am not kidding you.
How did I
I
not
heard he
know
had
that?
a movie, but I didn't know it was Crocodile Dundee.
Yes, it's a Crocodile Dundee movie.
He's got to be like freaking 90.
He's not young, but hey.
That's not a Walker. This is a Walker.
So Red Christmas is basically, it's kind of like a home invasion movie. My daughter, I watch it with one of my daughters who I don't watch much horror with, but she's studying to be a therapist, a psychotherapist for people with special needs. And there is a character, one of Dee Wallace's sons, who has Down syndrome. And he is one of the best parts of this movie because he is talking like a British person, quoting Shakespeare through most of the movie. And he's just awesome. He's like a guy you're rooting for desperately. The kills are really good in this movie. Some of them are super gory. And it doesn't go into, like, whenever we watch so many of these movies, we go, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, we figure out the order of who's going to die. This kind of throws some little monkey wrenches in our little plans of what we think is going to happen. It's a really good, fun Christmas. Well, I'm not going to say fun. It's a good, gory Christmas movie. And I highly suggest it over so much of the pablum that's out there during the holidays.
My recollection of this movie is that it's a pretty goofy movie, but Dee Wallace just gives her like Adam Westist sincere performance. Like,
yeah, because she's the matriarch and she's holding this all together. She's not overacting this thing at all, I don't think.
But she's like taking it dead seriously in a pretty bizarre movie.
Yeah, it's a home invasion Christmas movie, basically, but not Home Alone-y. Home invasion-y. Very different.
Dee Wallace is so underrated.
Yeah.
I mean, she brings it every time.
Yeah, and she did here, and she did a lot here. Like, I've noticed the last 5 years, she gets a lot of like shit. Like, you're here for 5 minutes, you're there for 10 minutes. This is her movie, so it puts you right in the Christmas mode. That's right, it does.
The 4.3 rating on IMDb, I think, scared me off when I went to watch it the first time.
IMDb sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen to me.
I might watch it tomorrow, so
You'll dig it. I promise. It's my gift to you.
appreciate you.
And the other thing that's coming, but that's a gift to you.
All right, Jason, what were you up to this week?
Well, to get myself in a Christmas mood, I have a few movies I watch every single year. And instead of having fun and doing that like I typically do, I watched Hellraiser 3.
Oh, you should have taken a break.
Oh, come on, man.
I fucking hate this movie.
It's only 3.
The whole thing?
I hate every bit of this film.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen this in a while.
I think this destroys Hellraiser.
I watched it recently, and there's some parts that are like almost unwatchable, but there's some parts that I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I don't think they watched the first Hellraiser before making this movie. Pinhead doesn't come because somebody opens the box. There's like a piece of art that looks like the post with the faces and stuff on it that they spill blood on, and Pinhead comes out of it.
Yeah.
What?
That's an awesome scene where they're having sex in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's
I love that. That's like the best part of the movie.
Frank came out from blood on the floor.
So I will say, I'm a little wrong. I do like the beginning of this movie, and had it held up to the standard set right from the beginning, this would have been good. A woman, female reporter, is in a hospital trying to get her big break or whatever, and this dude comes in on a gurney with chains dragging behind him and hooks in his skin. And it's like, oh, that's amazing. And this killer scene happens where he gets pulled apart in the operating room or in the emergency room, and it's killer. And then from then on, the movie is crap. I cannot tell you how much I dislike this film. When they start making Cenobites at the end with the CDs in the head, and the cameraman has
That's right. It's had the CDs.
Yes.
He literally is ejecting CDs from a CD player in his chest and throwing them.
That's
like
amazing.
throwing stars.
That's awesome.
It's
really.
Honestly, it's a so bad it's good movie. Except it's not good. It's just bad.
Some of the acting in this movie is like unwatchable. It's cringeworthy.
It's insane. I guess there's some good gore.
There it is.
Maybe
some good practical effects. Yeah.
But it just it betrays everything that's Hellraiser. Is the best way to put it. It's just not a Hellraiser movie. It's a slasher with some supernatural stuff. And they were like, "Oh, that guy with the pins. We'll put him in it." The box. Don't worry about the box. We don't need that shit.
It's the beginning of the betrayal. It's the first step on the path.
I had watched this movie one other time before, probably 20 years ago, and rewatching it, I hate it even more. I just do not like this film.
You were going down a road
on cable a million times. I've seen this probably the most out of any Hellraiser movie just because it was on so often.
Oh, dude. When she's running down the street towards the end away from the Cenobites, and they're throwing CDs at her, and cars are exploding for some fucking reason.
Ridiculous.
It is just insane. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should be drunk and watching this with a buddy.
Well, you should be doing that anyway.
I don't know why you're not that way watching these movies.
Yeah, it's the only way to.
I take this show very seriously. Okay,
is pot legal where you are yet?
No,
you need to combine. I don't think you can just do one lane. You got to like mix all the lanes in to get this shit where it's palatable.
For this franchise, yeah.
So as much as 2, rewatching it, I noticed all the plot problems and the story problems, and it's not as good as I remembered, but it's still a Hellraiser movie. This one just blows the doors off for me, and I'm in a free fall already. So, Merry Christmas!
You're not at the bottom yet. I mean, so.
Oh no, I'm still towards the top of the ladder as far as the series goes.
Here's my curiosity, Roy. What are some of the movies that you watch to get you in the mood for Christmas? Like,
I try to watch 5 movies every year, and I'm probably going to
Die Hard is one, I'm sure.
I watch Die Hard, yeah.
That's a Christmas Eve watch.
I watch Scrooged. I watch Black Christmas. I watch Christmas Vacation. And I told you I was going to forget one of them. God damn it. I can't think of
All the Way, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie with Turbo.
Right. Jingle All the Way.
No, it's from the 50s.
It's from the 50s, A Miracle on 34th Street?
Nope, close.
Wonderful Life?
It's a Wonderful Life. Thank you. I try to watch It's a Wonderful Life every year too. But I don't always get to that one.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It is, actually. Bedford Falls.
So instead this year I'm watching Hellraiser Bloodline.
Yeah, it's your year. No, it's 2020. Why not? Fuck yourself all the way to the end.
It's fitting.
Okay, Timmy.
All right, so I will actually watch some Christmas movies, some Christmas horror movies this year, but I'm not going to talk about them yet. I'm going to save them for the last 2. I watched a little movie on Shudder called Bliss.
Good flick.
Welcome to that party.
So Chad Lutsky actually recommended I watch it. He hates this movie. But
of course he does.
He thought see that though.
He knows me so well that he thought I would enjoy it, and he was right. This movie was so fucking good.
Yeah,
it's like it's like right in my wheelhouse because it's so fucking out there. It's so like hallucinatory. It's about a painter who's like in need of a creative spark, and so she turns to like psychedelic drugs, and she takes this one drug that makes her fucking lose her mind. And the movie is like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas if it took place in like some like underground like LA grungy dirty atmosphere. Like this movie made me feel so filthy after I watched it. Like I needed to take a shower after it. But it was so good. Like just the story and just like everything that she experiences while she's on the drugs.
Let me tell you, it was the nudity. I know that's what got you.
And the sex scenes were dirty. Like they were filthy.
Just paints naked multiple times. I
Dude,
think.
it's crazy. It's a crazy movie, but I really dug like every minute of it. So
I think that was on my top horror movie list from last year.
oh, I wish it came out this year because it would probably be in my top 3 for sure. I really enjoyed it. The director Joe Bagos, I guess.
Bagos, yeah, I think.
He did another movie that I actually watched last week as well. Didn't enjoy it as much.
VFW?
VFW, yeah.
I liked
that movie.
You loved it? Yeah, I it was all right. I mean, I didn't love it as much as this, but
Jack and I are like 2 years away from being at the VFW, so
oh
that's
yeah,
why we liked it.
I really enjoyed VFW.
I understand. I understand that completely.
You can tell that they were made by the same person, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's just
purple lighting.
yeah, it's the lighting, just the effects. It's just very it's got like it reminds me of
The same girl is in both movies.
Yep,
oh yeah.
one of the badasses.
So yeah, I don't know. It was on Shudder. I just threw it on, and I was pleasantly surprised that
It's also got the guy from After Midnight.
yeah, he plays the
Jeremy
the
Gardner.
boyfriend.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Gardner.
Who also wrote, directed, and starred in The Battery.
The
I
Battery.
believe.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Jeremy Gardner is great. And we've talked about this, I don't know how many times on this show. Every time he's in a movie, he is sweaty and gross. Like his character is always like a sweaty douche.
And that's how I felt after watching
that,
this
it was
movie.
so hot when they were shooting. We were told.
And it's got Norm from Cheers.
Yeah, dude, he looks so fucking old in that movie. Like he got real old.
Dude, he's like 75 or something.
He's also in one of my favorite 80s movies ever made called Dreamscape. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I know that movie.
Dude, that movie, that's like one of my favorite fucking movies ever made.
I saw that.
Dude, it's so good. I think
Is there a snake guy in that movie?
Yes. Scream Factory actually dropped a limited edition Blu-ray of it, and I need to pick it up because
where is it on the shelf?
I know I have the regular DVD on the shelf, not the special. So
I'm a Cliff Clavin man myself. Any
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
with
no,
a straight face that the human umbilical cord is 90% potassium. That's my
This movie.
favorite line. Yeah, I remember.
I've seen that.
I saw that in
Dude,
the movies theater.
you need to watch this movie if you haven't seen it. It is so fucking good.
Dennis Quaid, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
love it.
Jason, do it when you're on something.
Okay.
Like have a few beers
And some pot.
and some Quaaludes. You want to get in the 80s mood? Get some Quaaludes.
I don't think they make those anymore.
What is it?
I don't think they do
What's the
either.
equivalent of Quaaludes now? Molly? Like I don't know. What's the ratio?
Hershey's gift pack.
I actually have really been looking forward to watching Bliss again. I'm just waiting till I can sit down with my wife and watch it because I think she'd really like it too. I think that Joe Bagos, however to say his name, he is a dude I'm really watching because
Yeah.
the last two movies have been obviously extremely low budget, but they just have this gritty ass kick you in the balls feel that I really dig.
Yeah, I can't remember like a movie that I've watched recently that made me feel literally dirty inside and out after watching it.
That's a Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, maybe
It's
the
a-
Greasy Strangler was
It's
the
a
one.
very original take on I guess I won't give away anything about it, but the lore that it goes into, it's a fresh
Yeah.
take on that. So.
It is super fresh, and I like those trippy out there kind of like fever dream hallucinatory where you don't know like what's real, what's not real. I love that stuff. Like I'll watch that shit all day.
You say it's
Cool.
a cinematic equivalent of a hazy IPA.
Yeah. I guess.
Sure.
Sure.
I closed the window. I can't remember the actress's name who stars in it, but she needs more work because she carries bliss on her back.
Oh,
She's
totally. She sells it, man. She's phenomenal. She was in something pretty big too.
You're right. She was, and I can't remember what it was.
Let me see.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space 3?
No, that's not it. I
Are
don't
there
know.
3 of those?
No.
All right. Well, while you're looking it up, let me jump into what I watched. And
Yeah.
Jason, if you also watch this, maybe you can chime in too.
Let's do it.
I watched The Dark and the Wicked, which is a movie that keeps popping up on best of lists. So I checked it out, and this is along the lines of Relic as far as kind of the tone and subject matter, and then it's kind of like sick parents, family drama kind of thing with a super horror lens on it. I actually like this movie more than Relic, though, because I think it was a more entertaining horror movie.
Oh,
And
this year's Relic? Not the Relic,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I would say that this might be the scariest movie of the year. It's not the best movie of the year, but I think it is the scariest movie I've seen.
What? I don't
Damn.
believe.
Yeah, and Jason can disagree with me or agree with me, whatever. But just scare wise, I think so. Basically, this brother and sister return back to their family farm because their father is on death's door, and the mother's been taking care of him. And there is a sort of demonic presence in the house that is causing all kinds of pain to them and people around them. So that's kind of the premise of the thing. And then this presence just tortures people. Like it really scares, haunts them hard.
What I do to you guys every week on this
Yes, the Hunter Chase.
Just wanted to figure it out.
The Hunter and the Wicked, it should have been called.
By the way,
I think
should you drink a dark and stormy while you watch this movie?
I would suggest it. I love dark and stories.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I think this is probably one of the best movies of the year. But probably lower on the list, but up there. But I think some people are going to have problems with the very end of the movie. So, Jason, you watched it, right?
I did watch it this week. Yeah.
What'd you think?
I really liked it as well. If it makes my list, it'll be towards the bottom, but I thought it was good. I thought it was intense, which is something that a lot of my favorite movies this year maybe haven't been as intense as I would have liked, but I still really liked them. Whereas I feel like this maybe wasn't quite as good, but it was more intense. So I enjoyed it. For some reason, my wife hated it. I don't know why. I don't know if she was just in a shitty mood or
what was the moist factor? Was there a lot of dampness in this movie?
I don't really. Well, a little bit towards the end, maybe, but
There's some dead farm animals.
Yeah.
Waste.
Yeah. This is another one that, like Bliss, was really carried by the lead actress. I thought she did a phenomenal job. And
she's the sister from Sneaky Pete, and she's in Umbrella Academy, the blonde.
Umbrella Academy, that was it. Yeah.
Every week, somebody in a movie we talk about is in Umbrella Academy. Like, is everybody in that friggin' show?
Dude, that show's so fucking good.
There's a lot of characters in that show. I think Brian Bertino wrote and directed it, and I was awesome. I really like this.
Yeah, I was very pleased by this movie, and like I think we're on the same exact page here. I think it's not upper echelon, but it was. I think your word intense and my word scarier. I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Because there's some imagery in this that is really good, and there's some really well placed scares and some really intense people or characters in this thing. So I highly recommend it. I think you should check it out.
Very minimal locations, very minimal characters, but they make the most of what they have.
You agree? What did you think of the very end?
I liked it. Yeah,
it's a little jarring, but
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. This is one I actually want to watch again, just to like I want to watch like the way things. I don't want to give any spoilers, but the way things develop, I was trying to pay attention to what was happening to see if it was like consistent with what had happened before, and I felt like it was, but I kind of want to like follow the rules of it a little bit. But this is one that if we don't have a movie that looks good in a couple weeks, this would be one to come back to and do as a main feature.
So everyone forget everything you heard.
Yes.
For you two,
Never heard any of this.
for you two in putting together your end of the year list, I'd suggest checking this out just to make sure that.
That'll be the holiday break. Catch up.
I'll watch it.
Solid.
All right, who are we back to? Hunter.
Me. All right, another Christmas movie. Counting Christmas cards.
Putting up the lights.
Hangovers. So this is a movie Jack would love, and I've been hearing about this for a few years now. It's a Christmas horror story.
Oh, I've seen that. Shatner.
Oh yeah.
Shatner. So I'm thinking, all right, for the Shat, Jack's in for the Shat. Look, I came in with a low bar because the thumbnail you're showing the poster looks wretched. I popped this in, and I figured this will be like a good background thing while I was wrapping presents actually. And all of a sudden I'm not wrapping presents anymore. And I'm watching this stupid Christmas. It's kind of like Trick or Treat. It's the Christmas version of Trick or Treat. And Sam, in this case, is William Shatner, just spouting crazy, stupid shit as a DJ in some little town using vinyl. And by the way, I got my degree in radio, and you don't operate the board like he did or do records, but whatever. I'm going to let that one go.
Well, in the 1900s, early 1900s, when you went to school, things were a little different. Okay.
Very different. Dude, that degree I could wipe my ass with. I got out and everything went digital in 2 years. And I was like, well, I can cut tape.
My degree's in communications too. I might as well just put it in a shredder.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. I went there. I wanted to be in radio. This is the equivalent. It's even better. I can say whatever I want.
You're a podcaster now, man.
God damn it. Yes. So I will say, Jason just showed on the screen the Krampus versus Santa thing. I loved the Krampus in this movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, what takes me out of the movie Krampus is how shitty that Krampus is, with that just straight on mask that has no ability to move or anything. It's just got that open mouth. Like, I was like, oh, this Krampus is awesome. It's several stories. Some of them are better than others, like in any kind of like anthology. I love watching William Shatner drinking, getting drunk on Christmas. The Santa I thought was cool in this. He was a total badass. I actually liked it. I had a good time. It's better than it has any right to be. And I could see why somebody might hate it.
Like me?
See, like, you know what? Maybe you need to wrap presents and be filled with Christmas joy at the time. I don't know. But it hit me at the right time.
You know, over the next couple of days, I've got to wrap a lot of presents, so I may have to pop that back in because I enjoyed that movie. Now, you know me, Shatner's in it. I'm halfway there, but
that's I said, oh yeah, Jack's.
But I remember thinking the same thing you thought was, this is way better than it has any right to be.
It's got one of the girls from what's that sci-fi show, that Butcher Block?
Channel Zero?
Oh.
Channel Zero. It's got one of the Channel Zero girls in it, and I don't know. I liked it.
I liked it too.
I remember watching this and hating every second of it.
What? You?
Yeah, I know. I remember watching it and just being like, this is the worst, one of the worst things I've ever seen.
No.
Are we talking about the same movie?
Yeah.
Worst thing you've ever seen.
That Krampus was awful. It was so bad.
What?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're going to compare Krampus costumes, would you want the Krampus in this or the Krampus in Krampus?
I think the Krampus and Krampus.
Really? With that stationary mask that they got from fucking Party City. You want that over a buff Krampus that has animated and can move and talk? And
it was just so cheesy, I think. I think it was just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I also haven't watched it since it came out like 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't really remember much of it, but I just remember hating it.
Tim.
This is why we have you on here, by the way.
Kirk and Spock.
Why we keep you
We're going to have a little talk with you later because you're messing with the Shatner movie.
Yeah, you don't fuck with a Shatner movie on this show, goddammit.
Oh my God.
I will beam you back into tomorrow.
He just shat all over you, Jack.
Don't shat on the Shat.
I'll shat all over him.
Well, don't listen to Tim. It's also on Shudder. Just put it on the background and see if it snags your attention. If not, just move on with your life.
Lovely.
Yeah, in my recollection, I like that more than Red Christmas.
No, I didn't. But I do like it. The thing is, I'm adding so many now movies. Like, I'm going to have to start watching Christmas movies in freaking November now to get through it all.
I'm not watching a whole lot of Christmas movies. I'll probably watch Anna and the Apocalypse maybe tonight after.
Have you guys watched that? I keep seeing it pop up.
Oh, I've watched that movie
Excellent.
like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it then.
I don't like.
It's so easy. It's just the guy who loves the CGI fire hose in The Shining. Oh, shots are fired by Mr. Lutsky.
Damn, that's good.
That's your partner.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah, I got to get more wine. You guys talk.
I need more beer.
Yeah, see you
You're
later.
gonna miss out.
I'll listen.
For Bloodline.
Yeah, we don't care.
What? Okay, Jack, you're the only one left. I got to tell you, I liked it better than Hellraiser 3. I didn't like it all that much, but it's better than Hellraiser 3.
Which one is this? I don't even know if I've seen this one.
This is the one that starts in space,
Ah,
then goes back to like the 1700s, and then comes up to the 90s, and then ends in space. Like each act is a different story in a timeline of this bloodline of the guy who made the box, and the Cenobites like coming after him. The space stuff, super cheesy and ridiculous. Of course, anytime a series goes into space, it's not a good sign. I don't really care for the fact that we're watching a movie that doesn't have a central antagonist. It changes every act. The only thing that's consistent are the villains, which is weird and doesn't work all that well. But it feels more Hellraiser-like than Hellraiser 3. Pinhead's still in slasher mode, which sucks. But it's not as over-the-top ridiculous. There's now a Cenobite dog, which, why? But okay.
because everybody goes into space and does dogs. Like the Hulk had Hulk dogs.
Yeah, they just can't help it. It never works, but we just keep trying. His makeup effects in this are very different, to the point where I did not recognize Doug Bradley as Pinhead when he first stepped on stage on camera. I thought, I don't remember this being a different actor. It was him, but he has almost like a bulbous head. Like the top of his dome sticks out more or something.
It's
I don't
like
know.
Charlie Brown with pins.
Yeah, he just looked different, and his voice isn't as bassy as it was in the other one, so he doesn't seem as menacing.
Hey there, you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
send you to hell.
It was odd. This movie's fine. It's, as far as horror sequels go, it's not as offensive as a lot of the other stuff that I know is coming down the pike, and the Children of the Corn and Amityville shit I've watched.
Children of the Corn should go to space. That'd be cool.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Somebody just growing corn stalks in space on a spaceship. That'd be awesome.
On the moon or some shit.
Yeah.
They have like the Event Horizon like shit with a big cornfield in the middle of it.
So this movie also was directed by Alan Smithy, which is never a good sign when the director takes his name off of it. So I don't know why I didn't have time to do any research as to what he thought was so atrocious that he didn't want to be a part of it. But again, it's not the worst thing. The Hellraiser mythos has been so thrown out the goddamn window, and they're so changing things that if you're looking for a good sequel to 1, you're going to be disappointed. If you're looking for a sequel to 3, you're going to be happier. It's not as ridiculous as 3, but it's much more in that story arc, I guess.
I forgot that they went to space that quickly. I thought Jason waited for 10 movies. I know Leprechaun didn't wait 10 movies, but I thought it was more than 4. So
yeah, when they were in space right away with terrible CG, I was like, oh my god, already the 4th freaking movie. But it is what it is. On to the next one.
Nice. All right, who's up? Is it Tim?
Yeah, so Christmas movies. I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night, the 1984 original, a movie that spawned 4 sequels and a really loose remake that came out a few years ago, which I still haven't seen, and I probably won't. But this movie, I really enjoyed this flick. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You love it?
Rape the film.
I love this. Did you fuck my mom? Did you fuck my mom?
So it's yeah, I love that
Well,
episode.
always funny.
Best Christmas special ever. But yeah, this is a really, really solid movie. It's about a kid who watches a Santa Claus kill his father and rape and kill his mother, and then goes through like the orphan system. So he's in like a church, or what do you call it? Like a foster home, but run by the church.
Run by nuns.
Yeah, run by nuns. And he ends up becoming, like, one day he works for a toy factory, and then he ends up putting on Santa suit and snapping because someone is making fun of him, and then just goes on a killing spree and just starts killing everybody dressed in the Santa Claus suit. It's so good. The kills are really awesome. The practical effects are cool, and the acting for a cheesy, low-budget horror movie in the 80s is actually surprisingly really good. So,
Forgot
yeah,
to mention Linnea Quigley's nudity in the highlights.
Is she in the first or the second?
she's naked in every movie. Though.
She's in the first. There she is, and then they replay it in the second.
That's right, because she's on the pool table. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how when she has to go get the door, she puts on pants but doesn't put a top on.
Well, that's how you let the cat in. Come on.
I freaking love her.
But yeah, this movie is just a fun classic slasher horror movie, but with a little bit of Christmas flair in it, and totally worth a watch. I bought the Scream Factory edition a few years ago, so
Let me tell you, this and the sequel are all about unwanted sex or rapey looking sex.
It's so rapey.
So
it's
much.
so rapey. Yeah, it's really rapey. It's
Which really it's nice in the holiday time.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect to watch with your family. Bring the kids.
I did. Luckily, my kids are adults. It's all good.
I just watched the sequel this weekend because I freaking love
Me
it.
too.
Yeah,
And I always tell people to watch that because you get a replay
yeah.
of the first movie and then you get the second at the end.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with that.
I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow because I think it's on Shudder. I actually don't own
is.
the sequel, but I'm gonna probably watch it tomorrow with your recommendation, Red Christmas. So I'll do like a nice little double feature.
Check it out. That's a good double feature.
But
Hell
no
yeah.
Anna
That'll
and
get
the
you in the mood.
Apocalypse.
Anna and the Apocalypse is almost too good. Like
I'm gonna
You
watch
watch
that
Flock.
separately. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
watch that.
okay.
Maybe that's one. Maybe I'll watch with the wife. The
That's a good one to watch with the wife. I watched that
Yes.
with normies and they liked it.
Yeah, the other two she won't tolerate. So
I understand.
All right. Continuing my non-Christmas horror movies. Another movie that has been getting a lot of buzz out there, I tracked down. It's called Alone, 2020 movie.
The Jack Campisi story.
Yes. It's about a really lovable guy who dies alone.
Oh, what's that smell? That's the sub.
But before he goes, he kills his podcast partners. So Alone is this, you know how like Run had a lot of tension to it? This movie is like notch it up.
Oh, notch
This
it up.
Yeah,
thought you
notch
said
it
no.
up. This is a woman is traveling not so much cross country, but maybe from like California up through the Pacific Northwest or somewhere. She's taking a long trip. She's moving. So she's got her car with a trailer hitch and a U-Haul, and she's traveling by herself. And then this she's trying to pass this car on a road, and the guy starts like not letting her pass or harassing her on the road. And then he keeps showing up in places where she's pulled over. And more and more she realizes that this guy is stalking her, and she's trying to like politely not get out of the car or drives away and things like that. And then it turns into a total like survival kind of movie where like he abducts her at one point.
Sounds like The Hitcher.
It's got some of that in it.
Where'd you watch this? I'm curious.
On Prime.
Prime. Okay.
Again, I heard so much about it that I was like, I wanted to get it in before the end of the year, and it's a solid flick. It's a lot of fun. It's the guy who plays the stalker guy is the dude who was in The Outsider. He was the possessed guy, and he was also in Ozark. He was the uncle. So I'm watching. I'm going, he was perfectly creepy, and I'm going, who the hell is this guy? And then I realized it. I was like, oh, it's the Outsider guy. So he was perfectly cast, and the other guy who's in it is Dr. Chilton from Silence of the Lambs. He's got a small part in it. Anthony Held.
Nice.
So again, I would recommend this one too. I think it's a good rental.
You're sneaking them all in here at the end of the year.
Yeah, I was like, I got to get him in.
Jack's a big sneaker. I'm saying you always do that. And I'll always go, oh, he watched that. All right, I'm in.
Well, I'll tell you what. These two that I watched, I give you the green light on. I think Dark of the Wicked is way more of a horror movie, and the other one you could consider it a horror movie, but it also could be kind of like a thriller
with horror aspects.
Yeah. So, but I totally enjoyed it, and I was kind of leery about watching it. I'm like, am I in the mood for this kind of thing? And then halfway in, I was like, oh god, this is a lot of fun. So
sweet.
Yeah, I'm going to add that to the list. Try and sneak it in.
Me too.
Cool. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
One of your 8 movies a day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I read a book, as I always do. Before I get into my book, I want to say I got this book, Wormwood.
Oh, shit. That looks like a good book.
Tim Meyer and Chad Lutzke.
Oh, yeah.
So this will be my first read of the new year because I'm reading this really thick book on underwater UFOs.
What?
Yeah. It's just, it's what I do.
You're reading The Abyss?
By the way, I love this author photo of Tim Meyer right there.
Yeah, that's me.
Looking like a dirty little girl. You dirty bitch.
I see Lutzke's name comes before yours, dude. That's not right.
I think that's alphabetical, so...
I don't know.
I think that's what he would say to have his name be first.
Yeah, it looks like Chad got definitely top billing.
It's alphabetical, guys.
By the way, I'm looking at the about the author. Oh, there's Tim.
Yeah.
Looking like, I don't know. You look like you're upset waiting for a COVID test in this picture. Like sitting on a fucking, where did I get my test?
Which picture is it? Let me see it.
You don't even, this is your goddamn book.
I don't know which one they use.
By the way, welcome to the world of authors where you don't know anything.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the short hair on that pup.
I think I'm on the toilet in that picture.
You definitely look like you're taking a grumpy.
All horror author photos have to look super intense. Everybody always has to look like they're like musing over something.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting like a feather boa and taking my next one.
Mine is me with a mullet.
Yours is great.
Yeah, you can't change that ever.
No,
I won't.
So the actual book I read is Dweller by this guy, Jeff Strand. Anyone ever hear of him?
You heard of him? Great guy.
I don't know how this guy isn't like I feel like I should go like next door to the 4-family house of Irish immigrants and say, hey, Jeff Strand. And she'll be, oh, I know Jeff Strand. But
so prolific.
Yep.
Incredibly prolific and so damn good. This book was right up my alley. So this is a book about, and it spans this guy's entire lifetime from like 6 to in his 60s. And it starts in the beginning where he lives in a house that abuts the woods and he walks around the woods and he runs across this creature that is not a Bigfoot, but it's Bigfoot adjacent, possibly. And then he is terrified naturally as a small child. And as he gets older, he's also kind of a fuck up.
He starts to date it.
Well, he has no friends in real life. And he's kind of weird. And we all went to school with these guys. And he kind of feeds his bullies to this thing. And that forms their bond. And it's this oddly touching lifespan of him and this creature who have become best friends and have learned to communicate with each other, but also they are their own worst enemies at points. So there are highs and very low lows. It's fucking brilliant. I could not believe, well, I could believe because Jeff Strand did it. So it has some of that kind of like sarcastic, witty banter that he does. He's so great with that, with the dialogue. But this is a little more in depth than I was expecting. I was expecting some crazy Bigfoot book, and this wasn't what I thought it would be. It's fucking. I'm tipping my cap, dude. Jeff, that was awesome. Coming from a man who's just finished writing Bigfoot in the Bronx, I'm gonna tell you, damn good job, deft hand, brother. You're a deft hand where I am a sledgehammer.
I had the Leisure paperback actually for that book.
I did not know that was a Leisure book.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. I thought I read every Leisure book there was. I missed that one.
It's Leisure. I'm looking at it right now.
It's great.
I haven't read that one. I've read a lot of his stuff, but I didn't get to that one yet. He's
so good though. Like he takes. I don't know how he does it because he like cranks them out too, and everything that he writes is quality. Like I haven't read a bad Jeff Strand book ever.
No, I got to meet him at Scares last year. It's the first time I'd ever met him. Super nice guy. I was surprised at how quiet and shy he was because his writing is so hilarious and violent. Yeah. And I was talking to him like, man, I expected you to be like this super outgoing like guy, and he was just like he was super chill.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of him attending my speaking thing at Scares, and I was so fucking drunk, and I was thinking I was going to escape this, and I was forced into doing it. And he was there in the audience, and I looked at him and I said, dude, I apologize. He goes, no, that was actually kind of amusing.
Yep.
I hate author readings, by the way. I don't like doing them. I don't like going to them. And
they're the worst.
I refuse. I will not do them.
Yeah. So
I'll do them if I'm asked, but I hate them.
The next one I do, I'm going to read someone else's book.
Speaking for the public, nobody wants to see you guys read your freaking book.
No,
yeah,
I guarantee. I don't want to see it.
I'd rather just do a panel.
Yeah,
like, at least I feel like I can contribute something.
Ask me anything. Like literally, just ask me a question. I'll answer it. But I don't want to read my stupid book.
I want to see Hunter Shea reading his book and then getting some news like George Bush on 9/11 and just like.
Well, Jack, you've done it with me with Montauk Monster, where I'll just talk about the history behind whatever I'm writing about or stuff like that. I'll give you stuff that you can't get from the book.
Yeah, we did an In Search Of episode at the Barnes & Noble.
Pretty much. And I did that again at Scares That Care. But I think readings, what happens to me is you read me your book, now I hear your voice. And if your voice isn't perfect, now you fucked me.
Yeah.
Now that book, that's all I hear is this bad voice. And there are very few people like Joe Lansdale, Chet Williamson, maybe the two that I know that are so damn good that it helps it. But that's it.
Carlton Mellick for sure.
See, I never heard him do a reading. I don't want to. I love
I'll do readings of your guys' books if you want. Just
there's some Carlton Mellick YouTube videos of him doing readings. You have to watch them, dude. They're fucking hysterical.
Oh, see,
nice.
The Menstruating Mall. I suggest everyone read that book. I love it.
All right. I got one left here. I did watch a Christmas movie.
Yes.
I'd never seen it before, called Santa's Sleigh.
Oh my God. I love this movie. Bill Goldberg
as Santa Claus.
This movie is awesome.
We watched it. We had a bunch of beers. Was that Friday night? And watched this. And what a freaking blast. So we started... Jack was in for a little bit of it. We started watching Santa Jaws on Prime, and it was not good. Nope. So we moved on to Santa's Sleigh, and God, this movie was a blast. It's ridiculous. It's exactly what you think it would be when you find out Bill Goldberg is Santa Claus and he's rampaging through this town killing people. So if that sounds like a fun idea to you, you're probably going to like this movie. If that sounds really dumb and you think that's stupid, then you're gonna hate it.
I never saw this. I'm in.
You have.
I need to check this out.
It's so.
Is it on Prime?
Good.
No, well, it was like $3 or something. It wasn't.
I don't care. Yeah.
By the way, that is James Caan. He's in the beginning.
Yeah.
Of the film.
Yeah, from Elf to Santa's Sleigh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sonny Corleone.
Yep.
Emily DeRaven's in it too.
Who's that girl in the red dress?
And Chris Kattan.
Yeah, and
Mango himself.
I can't remember all their names. So they're basically only in the beginning, but the rest of it is just basically Santa Claus rampaging. Bill Goldberg, like he goes into a strip club and is killing people, and there's strippers running around everywhere naked, and he's swinging around. It's a fun movie. There's some story in there about him being a demon or something.
Doesn't matter.
It literally doesn't matter. I can't even remember what it was because it doesn't matter. If you want to watch a purposely cheesy, I don't want to say bad because it actually isn't poorly made.
No.
But it's cheesy. It's a B movie. It knows what it is and it just goes for it. And,
great one-liners.
Yeah.
Great one-liners.
This is a great have a couple beers with friends and watch a Christmas movie. And
perfect.
Yeah,
Now I'm curious
really
to see what you have to say about our main feature in comparison to this.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Tim, do you want to guess everybody's opinion before we start?
I'll do it. Yeah. When we do it,
All
I'll
right. It could be a new segment.
I could be. Yeah.
We'll call it Tim Gets Shit Wrong.
We're going to start changing our opinions.
Dicks.
Like the Dark Tower was so good.
You can't say that with a
I
straight
can't
face.
do that.
No.
How dare you, sir?
Could have used more Shatner.
Everything could.
Is it my turn?
I think it's your turn.
All right. I went back and revisited a little movie from 2016 called Better Watch Out, which is a Christmas movie because it takes place on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's totally a Christmas movie.
Totally a Christmas movie. I watched this back when it first came out, and this was my first rewatch of it, and I have to say I like it better the second time around. It's a little bit of a twist on the whole home invasion genre. It's about a babysitter who comes over to babysit a 14, 15-year-old kid, and
12. He's 12. He's going to be 13 in 2 weeks. He told her.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't know. How
And I
old
think he was actually like 13 when they made it.
Really? He seemed like a lot older.
Everyone was. I checked this because this movie, we owned several iterations of this. Everyone was the age they said they were.
Oh wow, that's a rarity.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks a lot older than whatever.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
But anyway, yeah. So it's a cool movie. So you don't really know what's going to happen going into it because it's a home invasion movie, but you actually think it's a home invasion, but it's not. So the kid actually ends up kidnapping the babysitter and
Spoilers!
well, yeah, I mean, it
doesn't matter though.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't detract it because that happens within the first 20 minutes of the movie. So
Yeah.
it's not really a spoiler at all. But it goes to places that you don't think it's going to go to, and I won't spoil those for you because this movie just it's so good. There's one scene with a paint can that I'm sure you guys
There's a lot of Home Alone
challenge.
Dude, that every time both times I've watched it, I fucking laughed hysterically the whole time as that was happening. And yeah, I don't know. Just if you haven't seen it, it's totally worth a watch. And even if you have seen it, it's definitely worth a revisit because I've liked it better the second time around.
Oh, we showed it to my mother for the first time this weekend, and she was like, "Oh, that was good."
It's so good. Like everything about it, the
so many
tension,
tough horror movies to get. Christmas horror movies, they're all schlocky 80s movies that are of various quality.
yeah.
And everything like that. You get something that's hey, actual production value and good performances. You're like, hang on to that with both.
And the
It's got
story
the brother and
is
sister
phenomenal.
visit in this movie.
Yes,
So-
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
And
they're
this is an
all
Australian movie where everyone
Yeah.
is Australian but speaks
Yep.
American.
Yeah,
amazing.
that blew my mind when I was looking at that. Like every actor is from Australia. The kid from Stranger Things is in it. He plays one. Yeah, I didn't even notice him. The villain from season 3, the brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he plays
Docker Montgomery or something like that. Daker.
Yeah, something like that. He's Australian. I don't know. He plays one of the guys who's trying to get with the babysitter at the end.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, him. So and he
Curve.
meets a hilarious
Shooting team.
end. But yeah, dude, it's so good. Just if you haven't seen it, totally watch it. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. How is this guy not doing more movies? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, he hasn't directed anything since. Are you kidding?
It's insane because this
That's
movie
crazy.
is so freaking good.
There's got to be like a story or something. Like, is he dead?
Eh, maybe Hollywood he was like, fuck these people.
Maybe
That
that's
happened.
possible. Oh,
Maybe he
totally.
lives in Australia and he's having trouble getting work. I don't know.
I was just talking to a writer who
How,
said, I
though?
will never work with Hollywood again because of what they did to me. I know, I'm serious. I was just this week. So some people just walk away.
Yeah, that's not worth dealing with the garbage. But
I don't think
mean,
I could deal with it, to be honest. I would just sell my rights and be done with it, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're
no, not a chance.
if you're that talented though, like, wouldn't you just like try to make your own movies, and even if it was just like low budget stuff, like just do your
So
own
bad.
thing? I don't know. Like this movie is so good on so many levels, and
Maybe the Rona put a kibosh on things, and he'll be back stronger.
Maybe.
than
It's been
ever
like
after the
5 years
vaccine.
though.
But 2016, 2016 is a long time not to even have anything like in production. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, we should try to get him on and find out what the hell's going on. Because
Yeah.
talented as hell.
I
Dude,
hear he's
so
a
good.
midwife. He changed careers. He's a midwife in Tasmania.
He's a kangaroo wrangler now.
That'd be awesome.
I need to go back and revisit this. I have not watched it since it
So
came
good.
out.
It's on Prime or Shutter. I think it's on Shutter. But dude, so good. The rewatch was
Yeah, I have two
so
D-
much better.
He's a one
Uh-oh.
We're losing Hunter.
Voltron?
right. If you want to come,
He's still talking, though.
house.
Who's
Yeah.
next?
Just let it
Again?
go.
am I back?
Yep, you're back.
You're frozen, but
Fuck you all. Good.
okay.
I couldn't-
So I watched a movie on Tubi TV called Bit, which is a 2019 movie about a girl who graduates high school and moves to LA for the summer with her brother, and like her first night out meets a group of female vampires who end up like turning her, and so there's a little bit of like a female Lost Boys kind of thing going on here, but it's a really low budget movie that is very entertaining. It does a lot with not a lot of resources, and there's a whole there's a lot of fun stuff they do with the vampire things. It was a perfect like Tubi TV level watch. Like I enjoyed
It's not a
watching it.
great sell.
I think if I had paid like $7-8 for this, I would have been like, eh. But for if you're looking for something to watch one night, this is a perfectly entertaining little vampire. And there are people who like this was like their favorite movie of the year. There's a certain group out there that would love this thing. To me, I thought it was just a good rental, like a fun little vampire movie.
How woke is it, though? Because I just
It's
read it seems pretty woke.
it's kind of woke, but it's
Where's it on the Black Christmas scale?
it's nowhere near Black Christmas. Like the woke did not annoy me at all, but it's there. But it's fine.
Because it's pretty girls.
Not for this, but
I mean,
There's-
it sounds awesome. I'm watching it.
Yeah, I definitely I think it's worth watching. Does
I
anybody
never
have
heard of
anything else? Because I have one more thing. If anybody,
nope, I'm tapped.
God,
Okay.
you've been working hard this week.
yeah. Well, I read The Plumbers by Terry M. West.
Oh, I got my copy.
And first of all, the new Monster Man will be coming out this week, and our guest is Terry M. West. We're talking about made-for-TV 70s horror movies.
Yeah, if
we
you
have-
want to be on our show, you better fucking give us books.
There it is. Great. This book it's a novella. It's only like 100 something pages. Hunter, you read this a couple of weeks ago. Really fast,
Yeah.
really fun read. Witty banter. Somebody mentioned banter before. Great characters, quick story, a lot of fun, good action, and basically it's even in a zombie outbreak, you still need somebody to come and fix the pipes, and these are the guys who have to come and deal with this kind of stuff, and it's just a total romp. So
I love all movies where someone comes to fix the pipes. It seems
Every
so
Pipes
corner.
are
many of those.
clean.
They might be called loops, not so much movies, but I love them.
So
And
once
Terry
again,
is a great guy. So check out the Monster Men. And
someone sends Jack free shit and they get a glowing review. I'm not noticing a pattern at all.
Yeah.
He
man.
gave it to me. I said it was shit. No, I'm kidding. It was really good.
I bought that book off of Laurel Hightower, my friends.
People know who to send their shit to, that's for sure.
But I will say, keep it
Wait.
coming.
You know, if I don't like something, I'm not going to hold back. To my
You-
detriment, I'm going to be really honest.
You have the biggest filter of anyone I know.
Get the fuck out of here. That's why I have no fucking filter. None.
You censor yourself so much, it's ridiculous.
This is why I'm going to be living in this fucking attic, writing stories to fucking 14 people for the rest of my life.
All right, Filter Boy, are you ready for the main feature?
Let's do it.
Please,
I am.
God.
My pants are off.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
All right. So it's not quite a horror movie, but it is a movie we definitely had to check out. Mel Gibson is Santa Claus. We're in a world where Santa Claus definitely exists, and he has come upon some hard times. He's the kids are not as good as they used to be, so there's not as many presents being delivered, and he's not hitting his numbers, and so the purse strings are a little tight these days around it's not quite the North Pole, but his compound. So he has to take on a government contract to help make ends meet for him and his employees. Meanwhile, there's a terrible kid out in the world who gets coal for Christmas
Asshole.
and puts a hit out on Santa Claus and hires Walton Goggins to kill Santa Claus. Walton Goggins is
Is his name Walter?
Walton.
It is Walton? Like the Waltons?
I think I have that right. Did I have that right?
You got it right.
I
You
don't
got it
know.
right. It's
All right.
Walton.
Good. I watched
Walton.
Justified for 5 fucking years. and
Yeah,
never
I
knew
mean,
his
listen,
real name.
between that and the Shield, he definitely was the perfect guy to play the hitman in
Yes.
this. So he goes out to fulfill the hit on Santa Claus, and chaos ensues.
Should I make my predictions now?
Yes.
Yes.
please make your-
I think we all hated this movie.
All right. Well,
Yeah, okay, that was easy.
so I guess you hated this movie.
I did not enjoy it. No.
Is that the end?
That's kind
Next.
of it. Like, this movie was just, I wanted to like it because the premise is awesome, right? The premise is like, it's so fun, but it's just so bad. And it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad this movie lost $19 million. That's all I have to really say about it.
Okay, Hunter, I really want to know what you thought of this.
Okay. I started watching this movie going, why did this get made? How did this get made? And in the end, I'm going, I'm glad this was made. I actually enjoyed this movie.
What?
The tone is so fucking weird. I don't know what they're going for. I don't understand anything in this movie.
Nope.
But I understand. I've always said Mel Gibson is the most violent character in movies, whether in front of the lens or behind the lens in history. So I'm like, all right, I know we're going to get some ultra violence in here. And by the end, I was fully invested in this movie. I didn't care anymore. I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I hope they kill this. I hope they blow this kid's head off at one point. I don't know. They played it. I think if they played it like silly and goofy, I think a certain percentage of people would go, oh, that's perfect, because you need those cues, like you need a laugh track. But they played this straight as hell, and it was just, I don't know, it hit me. I watched it today, and I'm like, I had a good time with this. Maybe by tomorrow I change my mind. It's a fucking weird movie, man. I don't know why it exists, but it's so creative. And in a world of non-creativity whatsoever, I'll take it.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Jason, what do you
And
got?
I was sober when I watched it.
First of all, I just want to say, if you have never been here for the live YouTube stream, sometimes you want to come in because I put comments up from the live chat. Sometimes I don't. And sometimes Hunter and I shit on each other in the live chat in real time. So you're missing out.
Yeah, this is the best part of the night.
Second, I did not like this movie at all, but not because it's bad. I actually think it's well made. It's just the weirdest movie we've watched for this show, except maybe The Greasy Strangler. This
So
movie,
weird.
It's so weird. The tone, the story, the tone is a kid's movie, but with horrible violence and tons of swearing. But the story is a kid's film. A kid hires a hitman to take out Santa Claus because he got coal for Christmas. That is a kid's story. That should be on Nickelodeon. That should be on the Disney Channel.
What, the hitman aspect should be on?
Well, not a hitman, but like he tries to find Santa Claus, like a kid trying to, you know what I mean? Like, and the playful way they do it. Go ahead, Tim.
Oh no, I was gonna say Hunter saying like it should be a kids movie. This is coming from the guy who was saying Jingle All the Way was a good movie, where literally a character is trying to bomb everything.
First of all, I said it's just a movie we watch all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's really good. It's comforting.
I hate Jingle All the Way.
Look, if I look at your steelbook collection, you'll be thrown off of any podcast ever to give opinions on. So shut up.
And Jet, we asked him to be a full-time partner for.
I know. What
You're
the
bad.
fuck with so many people?
You're bad.
Yeah. I was never for it. For the record.
Terry West, are you available? Or Square here?
Chad Lusky.
Anyway, I don't know. This was a very strange film. It's like they mixed a hardcore action film with a kids film, and I just did not know what they were going for. But you saying that this is so weird that you kind of like it, I can see that perspective. Yeah. I do not like it, but it's competently made. The acting is, everyone is completely sincere.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson is awesome in everything he does. He appears to be a total psychopath in real life, but goddamn, the guy.
I saw him in real life.
Yeah. The guy can make movies, and he is super sincere in this. And I did not like watching it.
Okay. So Friday night, I was watching this, and then I stopped, and Jason and I connected for a while, and he was like, "Oh, what do you think?" And I basically was like, "I don't know what I think yet. I'm like halfway through this movie, and I'm still trying to figure it out." So when I went back and I watched the rest of it, I had said to him, like, "I think how this ends is going to really affect what I think about it," and the whole time I was watching it, same thing you guys are saying. I was baffled. I was expecting something lighter and funnier, like maybe a little more madcap, and it was playing it so straight. And Walton Goggin is killing people, and things like that. So I was like, they're not really playing this for laughs. There's some funny stuff here, but it's the tone is so down. And then kind of you have the big assault at the end we can get into later, where a lot of the action happens. And that part is a blast.
Yeah.
And so I got to the end of the movie, and I was like, I was thinking that it was okay, but it had a lot of problems. And I was like, I don't know, maybe another pass, maybe a little more Quentin Tarantino humor to it, like a little more, maybe a better dialogue, something to snap it up a little bit. But then the next day I kept thinking about it, and then I watched an interview with the filmmakers, and they were playing it so they were having fun by playing it so straight that I think I'm kind of on Hunter's side on this. Like, I don't know why I got a kick out of it. And I want to watch it because I think this has potential to be a movie that in 2 years from now, I'm like, I was like kind of lukewarm on this when it came out, but now I watch it every year. Or maybe I never want to watch it again after I watch it next year. But the jury is still out because there's something to like about this week. It is so different and it's so baffling.
This is
That-
why Monster Man is
baffling.
better than Final Guys.
You son of a
Just proved it
bitch.
right there.
Baffling is the word for this movie.
It is baffling,
It's
dude.
so
When they showed
weird.
the elves, that was when I just went from what am I watching to just bring it on. Like it's like going to the beach. You can fight the surf, you can lay in the sand, and let it wash over you, and just have a good time and get pulled back and forth. And that's what happened. Once they showed the elves, I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Let's just bring it on.
I had trouble paying attention to this movie. Like I kept checking out. Like it was so boring.
I did too because the editing was weird. I had
Yeah,
trouble.
the editing was-
I kept wanting to check my phone. Like
Yeah.
when the guy was driving to Canada, and there was a montage of him drinking and then pissing and then doing this. and
No,
then
but
doing
it was
that.
God, you're so dumb. So anyway, it was showing you the genre, the types of music he was listening to, just showing you that he's not just some hardcore killer who listens to metal. It was showing you that he's a human being who enjoys all kinds of things, from ABBA-esque something to fucking hardcore metal. I like that thing.
I
And
would
with
have
a
liked
hamster.
if they had just showed him arriving in Canada, and I'd have been like, "Oh, I could have done without that 5-minute sequence
Yeah.
where I started checking my email."
I just want to see him arrive. It's cool.
But again, not poorly made. Like the way, like what they were showing and stuff, I was like, okay. It was so weird. I don't know
yeah,
how to.
but it's supposed to be.
It totally is. It's just it's not my thing. I'm putting that out there. It wasn't my thing.
like once you get through the movie and you're like, okay, they were just kind of like playing this straight. So instead of going like the Santa Claus route and making it a Tim Allen like Winter Wonderland kind of thing, they were like grounding it. And that's where like I think maybe if there was a like in Crimson Tide they brought in Quentin Tarantino and he added dialogue to help with the flow of the movie. It's like maybe something like that would have helped make it a little like not as slapstick, but maybe just have a little more of an edge to it as far as the entertainment value.
I love that the Santa's factory looked like a fucking sweatshop. Oh my god, it was awful.
It looked like an Amazon fulfillment center.
Yeah,
and there's a scene in that movie where there's like an open shooter walking around in the workshop, and there's elves like running, and you're like, is this supposed to be funny or is this like Columbine? Like, what the hell's going on?
It was
here?
weird.
It was weird.
The
It's
tone
something-
was way off.
As I'm watching it, like Mel Gibson as Kris Kringle, like he's hitting the heavy bag, and just it's the way that he operates his life. Everything is just fucking thrown and discarded, and there's no fucking like ballet to his movements. And I watch it going, oh shit, that's like watching myself wander around my house, just half breaking shit while I'm just trying to put shit down.
Hit a little too close to home.
Yeah, it did. I kind of I said, oh, I could be Kris Kringle.
Or were
baby.
you relating to Mel Gibson?
Yeah, I think you're related to Mel.
Baby.
Do you call your
Okay.
daughters drunk and like go on racist tirades?
Wait a second. My daughters are part Jewish, so I can't be Mel Gibson. I love my daughters. He's never coming on the show. We can say whatever we want. He's
Dude,
already
I
had enough
fucking-
to hang himself.
He's one of the worst human beings ever, but he's like a really good actor, which sucks. Because like I sometimes struggle with separating artists from art, and like he's just a terrible human being. But like he picks really good roles to do, and like his movies.
He only
are-
picks the same role. How many people can I fucking kill? How horrible a human can I be? I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah,
The man made Braveheart. Like he
I know,
directed Braveheart.
Yeah, an
He's
apocalyptic.
crazy. I think
And
being crazy is what makes him good.
like I'm not a religious person, but Passion of the Christ is a very good movie.
Dude, yeah, here he says, I'm going to make a religious movie. Oh, but I'm going to make a torture porn.
Yeah,
I mean, straight up. I mean, that's what
that's
Mel
a
Gibson
horror
is.
movie, dude. That is like Passion of
Totally.
the Christ is totally a horror flick.
Yes. But that's what he is. So
Terrible.
Yeah, but
I appreciate
referring to Passion of the Christ, if you go back to the story of what's actually happening with Jesus, what actually happened to him on the cross is the thing that most religious people don't really think about a whole lot. So
True, but
there was a
his
purpose
connection
to
was like
that.
nobody would survive. He'd be dead before he ever fucking made it to Calvary.
Yeah.
He'd be done.
But the suffering he went through, that's what he was
I
trying
could just
to.
see Mel just like furiously beating off as they're throwing blood all over everything while he's filming it.
Poor Jim Caviezel.
Oh Jesus, poor guy. Wasn't he struck by lightning when he was making that movie?
Dude, that
I think
guy's
so.
been through the ringer. I feel bad for him. Because he's a talented actor.
He
And
is.
Did that
can't
movie
get-
wreck his career? I feel like we don't see him anymore.
He was
So he was on that TV show for a long
yeah,
time.
he was on that TV show for a while, but yeah, he's done like a bunch of really bad movies and I think that's pretty much just killed his career. But
It's too bad.
He's
yeah,
good
he was
actor.
a great actor.
Yeah.
So back to I'll
Passion
Mel
of
Gibson's
Santa.
highlights. Back to Santa Claus.
Terrible.
Yeah, I guess I can just sum it up by being like, this is not for me, but it is well made. It is competent. It is just strange. This is one of the strangest movies, maybe the strangest movie I've watched all year.
I agree.
And that's why I liked it. I'm so
I
tired of
can
the
see
same
that,
old
to be
shit
honest.
every now and then. I was glad for this.
I wish they went a little bit gonzo on it though. Like if it had been off the rails, like almost Greasy Strangler-ish, I
What do
would
you want to see Mel
on board.
Gibson like cleaning the reindeer and himself naked in a car wash?
No, but like there's like a way they could have like the tone of it could have been a little bit differently and just the way the lines were maybe done like could have been
Yeah, I agree.
like they
There's-
could have made it like a
they could've-
cheesy ass action 80s like action film.
I wouldn't have liked it if they did that.
I would think I would have liked
like-
it more. The fact
But I
that
get that. I totally
fact-
get that. I said a lot of people would probably prefer like the over the top. I like
like
the
almost like you're
That is
making a
great.
satire of an 80s action film, but like they played it so straight and like so like it felt like a real like something that could actually happen, which is weird. And that's the problem with it. It's just so weird. Just the tone is so
How
off.
about the fact that it was an interracial Mr. and Mrs. Claus?
That was so people were like, see, Mel Gibson's not racist.
Exactly.
I like that part too. I hope that it pisses off all the white supremacists out there who want to see a nice Christmas movie with violence. Go fuck yourselves. And I feel like that was a finger in their stupid eye. Because as a filmmaker, you know, oh, we're making a violent Christmas movie. We kind of know who's going to want to watch this movie. Well, here's who we're going to guess is his wife. Ringing the bell. Is that to shut me up?
If only that was the only way to shut you up.
There's no way to shut
Let's quickly hit any spoilers we need to. Again, I think this is one that I need to watch again. I'm happy I watched it, but I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? So I'm happy I watched it, even though I'm not sure I'm happy I watched it, but I'm baffled. I definitely next year I'll probably watch it again.
So fun fact, I went to go rent this movie on Prime, and it was like $6.99 or something. And then I saw it was also $6.99 to purchase the movie. So I'm like, fuck it, it's the same price. Might as well purchase the movie. So I purchased the movie, and I'll probably never watch it again, but I still have it. So if you ever want to watch it again, let me know, and maybe we could do like a Amazon watch party or something.
Dude, did you know Amazon watch parties? Everyone has to buy the movie.
No fucking way.
And Amazon has found a way where if you say we're on this thing right now and we want to share a movie, they block it.
Sons of bitches.
Yep.
I'm getting Bezos on the phone right now and rectifying
He
that
doesn't have
shit.
enough. Well, I'm glad his ex-wife is giving all that money away.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, buddy.
I'm trying to think of spoilers I wanted to bring up, and honestly, there's really not much to
It's
spoil.
so straightforward. It's like
How
Plays out
about
exactly
though,
what you think.
the scene where he comes back to visit the boy with his one bloody eye?
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eye on you. That was great.
There was a couple of things I really liked though, in it as well as like the way that they just like they didn't show you him flying around the world. It's just he gets back, his sleigh is shot up.
Because kids are shooting buckshot in the air. I'm thinking that was Jason and his brother.
Shut up. Maybe.
And then they just kind of show the reindeer. He makes a joke about Donner like biting your nuts off or something. And like little things like that I kind of appreciated that they just sort of like you've seen this in a bunch of other movies, so we don't have to show it to you. We're just showing you enough to give you that world. But I
think
thought
that I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the whole defense contract thing. I don't know if we needed all of that. I think they just did that so that there would be people to get shot at the end.
Yeah, I guess they make the body count higher.
I think they were, because they were trying to keep it so grounded in reality. If they had shown him flying around the world in a night dropping off gifts, it would have given it that ridiculous feel I kind of wanted. So they just cut that out. And the only supernatural thing in it is his healing ability. There is no other supernatural shit in this movie at all.
No,
Well,
when he
elves
bangs
don't
his
have
wife
diabetes.
and you see his body with all with all those scars, like, man, Santa's been through the shit.
Yeah.
Well, he says he's like, you think you're the first one who's tried? Like,
Yeah.
shot at.
I didn't get this job just because I'm fat and jolly.
Which is such a great line.
It
Like,
is.
I love that line. But oh man, this was
That's the thing. The third act had me. I was
dude. The third act was great.
Sure.
I will admit that what the bullshit that happened in the first two acts, the shit that I didn't care about. Like I said, I checked out for most of it. But the third act, when Walton Goggins gets there and they're doing the shootout and that whole thing, I like that part. That was entertaining.
That
But
was awesome.
it didn't save the movie for me.
Oh, I dug it. I'm glad I bought it. I'll keep watching it.
Trying to think of a scene that really sums up how weird this film is. And I think it's around the middle when the assassin is training and just going through his day and he's getting his workout in and he's doing this. And then he's just training in jujitsu and just Seagulls this dude's elbow in half. You know,
Broke
I'm
his
like,
arm.
what the hell? This was like a weird, jolly watching this guy go through his day thing. And then he's just breaking arms in half.
He's
He's
a naughty boy. That's why he got coal.
Yeah, dude, it's just like, what?
Yeah,
What is
it
this
was
film?
weird. It was weird. And then the elves at the fulfillment center, like that was fucking
Fulfillment Center. Number 7.
The elves, I'm telling you, the elves are part of the baffling part of this because, like I said,
so
like
fucking
you have like this serious, like shooter, the tone, or like they're looking at each other like, oh my god, we might die. So you're like watching, it feels like a documentary almost, like the terror of being in a shootout, but they're elves.
Yeah.
And so that's why, in retrospect, I'm going, I kind of admire that they on one level they weren't playing it for laughs, but at another level they're totally playing it for laughs.
It's
Exactly.
and that's what's so weird about it. It's because it's like the again, just going back to the tone. Like I feel like they should have just went all goofy on it, and it would have like Santa's Sleigh, like Jason watched before. That movie goes insane, and like it's insane. You know what it's trying to portray. This is like you don't know whether it's to take it seriously or not, and I feel like that hurt it, at least for me. But I think it's one of those movies where you're either going to like it or you're going to hate it.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of those over the top Christmas movies, and I kind of like the fact that this wasn't. This is one of the few that played it just for straight as 6 o'clock.
I admire their to do that though. Like that's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
If you've ever wanted to hear Santa Claus talk about the intricacies of running his corporation and giving out gifts, this is the movie for you.
Yeah.
Because it happens like 5 times.
If you ever want to see Santa, like, hitting the fucking punching bag, that was nice.
Or hitting Mrs. Claus in the bedroom. Because
Oh,
Ow. I think this definitely is going to be a cult movie. There's going to be, Tim, you're right. It's going to be polarizing. But the people who do like it, I think that over the years, there's going to be people like, oh, this is up there with Bad Santa and some of those other kind of.
Nothing is up there with Bad Santa, sir.
I fucking
Nothing.
hate Bad Santa.
Dude, how can you hate Bad Santa?
Because you take a child actor who's fat and call him a fat fuck for the entire movie, and I think that's child abuse. Literally.
That literally is child abuse.
Everyone associated with that movie should be in fucking prison for what they did to that kid.
That's kind of the point of the movie, though.
Yeah, but you shouldn't do that to a kid, and fuck you for the parents who put your kid in that fucking movie. I hope that she was sterilized and his dick was cut off.
Dude,
you should never make more children.
How do you really
feel so bad for
Merry
See?
Christmas.
Here's my filter.
poor
Fuck
Thurman,
anybody involved with that fucking movie. Really.
I love that movie.
I was just pointing out that it had a cult following.
Look, when my dad told me he liked that movie, I told him he was an asshole. So that's just how it goes.
Bad Santa's a great movie.
Fuck you.
Spoilers for Bad Santa. All right. So next week we're gonna do anything for Jackson because it's worth talking about.
Yes.
Jack Campisi.
Yeah.
Action
That's a good one
Jackson.
to end the year on.
So we've all seen it except for Hunter. So get your act together.
I'm just gonna keep drinking every day until then, so I'll be good. I'm in.
Beautiful. Anything else before we get out of here?
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. We love you. Kinda.
Yeah. I love you.
Liar.
Nobody wants a Charlie in the box.
I was just gonna say that. That's so weird.
By the way, if you want to listen to a cool podcast, a podcast.
Have another drink, dude.
I know.
Did you say
Okay.
cockcast?
This is a bottle of wine I've drunk. Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. Every year for Christmas, he has Mario Cantone on.
Oh
It's
my God.
fucking hilarious. So catch this last one and catch the last 4 that they've done together, and you will just laugh yourself to you maybe poop your pants. It's really good.
Sounds like a good Christmas.
Yeah.
You owe me, Gilbert. You son of a bitch.
All right, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week. And watch out for the Fat Man.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Happy holidays.